May I have your kind attention, please? Now we are going to start our commencement program of Fire Safety Management course. Honorable dignitaries, Honorable Director, respected Registrar, esteemed faculty members, officers, and dear students, good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you at the commencement program of our 8th batch of Advanced Diploma in Fire Safety Management course. Due to pandemic situation, we, for the first time, are celebrating our inaugural program on online mode to maintain health and safety issues. It is pertinent to mention here that IISWBM, the first management institute in India and one of the premier B schools in the country, has introduced a unique course with specific social relevance for the first time in the eastern region of the country, Advanced Diploma in Fire Safety Management from the session 2013-14. The course is being affiliated by the West Bengal State Council of Technical and Vocational Education and Skill Development. We are happy to inform you that we have with us Sri Jag Mohan IPS, Director General, West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services, Government of West Bengal, as chief guest. I would now request our Honorable Director, Professor Dipankar Dasgupta, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good evening, respected Sri Jagmohan IPS, Director General, West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services, other dignitaries, register and faculty members of the Institute. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all in our today's evening program. It is also my great pleasure to welcome all the students of Advanced Diploma in Fire Safety Management to this prestigious institute, Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management, popularly known as IISWBM. I wish to congratulate each of you, first having secured your place, and second for having the good sense to choose the right study center in this premier institute. IISWBM is the first business school in the country and also in Southeast Asia. It was established by Dr. B.C. Roy, the then Chief Minister of West Bengal, and our foundation stone was laid by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, first Prime Minister of India. The objective of establishing the institute was to look after social welfare and produce efficient professionals, which was immensely required at that time, immediately after independence. In today's world, fire safety management has a great importance in the context of growing urbanization, commercial complex, high-rise building, multiplex, IT sectors, medical institutes, and above all, industrial establishment. The key objective of the courses are to train manpower to explore the various possibilities of preventing fire disaster and taking necessary precautions against fire, and to lessen the disaster and health hazards and provide right counsel for ensuring total safety and health of the society at large. To give increased emphasis on specific skills development at the postgraduate level with potential for employment. I think this is the right institute to deal with this present day, the tremendous problem which is being created for this fire problem, and our state is suffering a lot. And at that time, the fire department is playing the vital role to control the disaster with the fullest possible way. I wish all the students every success at the institute, and I am confident that you will find it an immensely rewarding experience. Again, I want to express my heartiest gratitude to Mr. Jagmohan for his kind presence. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now it's my privilege to give an overview of the program to our new batch of students. All of you here know that any high-risk establishment must have modern fire safety management system and monitoring practice on a regular basis as per the West Bengal Fire Service Act 1950, amended in 1996. Furthermore, it is not only important to have in place the necessary amount of fire safety equipment in an establishment, but it is also equally important to have properly trained manpower to effectively maintain the same. Accordingly, our courses have been designed in keeping with the objectives of the government of West Bengal to give increased emphasis on specific skills development at the postgraduate level with potential for employment. In this context, not only fire safety, science or engineering knowledge is adequate, but also management part of the course develops future fire safety managers with positive mind, far-reaching outlook, and prompt decision-making ability. As compared to conventional postgraduate institutes or universities, our management institute equips students with knowledge of management principles, organizational behavior, soft skills, and communication, besides computer knowledge to enhance employability. Our curriculum includes both theoretical and practical orientation and integration of two functional areas. Students undergoing fire safety management course receive hands-on training, practical laboratory training from the Institute of Fire Services, Government of West Bengal, Shilpara, Behala. Frequent industry and field visits are organized by the department to enrich our students with current state-of-art techniques. Students are guided to undertake project and dissertation work in each semester on current related topics of fire safety. We also conduct various projects on fire safety audit where students are directly involved from the stage of data collection up to analysis and report writing. Thus, students are groomed to make suitable for current needs of the recruiters. Some of the organizations which have recruited our fire safety management students for the position of fire safety manager, supervisor, officer for their organization include Bellevue Clinic, Amri, Fortis Hospital, EDF Hospital, CMRI, Honeywell International India Private Limited, Siddha Real Estate Development Private Limited, Larsen and Toubro Hydrocarbon, Huldia Petrochemical Corporation Limited, Exide Industries Limited, Adani Wilmar Limited, Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation, Philip Carbon Black Limited, Fire Shield Engineers India Limited, Technico India Private Limited, Akash Infrastructure Private Limited, Nalco Water India Limited, Welkin, Reshmi Group, Security Engineers Private Limited, Future Foundation, Avani Group, MT Construction, South City Mall, O2 Hotel, Nuvoco Vistas Corporation Limited, DLF, Electro Steel Castings Limited, Visha Steel, Tata Consulting Engineers, Verde Consulting Firm, Sony Construction, and even West Bengal State Electricity Transmission Company Limited and West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services Government of West Bengal. I would now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Jagmohan, IPS Director General, West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services Government of West Bengal, to kindly deliver his address. It is pertinent to mention here that Jagmohanji and his team have taken a lot of pain for imparting practical training to our fire safety management students at the Institute of Fire Services, Shilpara, Behala, since the inception of this course. Thank you, sir, for your valuable support. Sir, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Unmuted. Okay. First of all, I'm extremely thankful to the Institute for having me on their panel as a chief guest today. And I'm deeply honored. My department, my director is with me. We are extremely thankful to you. The director, sir, Shri Dipankar Das Gupta ji, Dr. Sharbani Mitra, the head of the course, and the participants and all the dignitaries, Mr. Sen, I am able to see. So everyone, namaskar and good evening to everyone. It is a great honor to be associated with such a course, which is adding meaning to the life of the people in terms of enhancing the safety and security of the buildings in the city as well as in the entire state. So the importance of the course could be highlighted from the fact that many of our officers have undergone this training. They have attended this course and they have successfully completed for their meaningful integration. Even after when they hang up their shoes in the fire departments, they would be meaningfully engaged, and that is what adds to the value of this course. There are implications of this course in terms of governmental sector when you come to join any of the regular fire services, as well as there are implications in the huge implications in the private sector. Madam has many of the institute. In fact, we are insisting on every big institute to have the fire officers who are trained, who are having, qualified courses with them. And in fact, I am also trying to do some course, though I'm a police officer, I'm also trying to, upgrade my knowledge on fire safety and fire management. So that is what is the importance of this course. And we are honored that many of our officers, serving and retired officers, are associated with this course. And every time I have, gone and interacted with the participants and the management of the course, I have found that there is continuous effort on the part of the course organizers that they are trying to improve the quality of the course content as per the demand of the industry and as per the standards which are prevalent in this industry. So that's a huge plus, I would say. Then there are, practical training issues for which they are having training with Bihala, which is our fire institute, that is immensely useful to the participants of the course, and it is proving to be very useful for them. They have been a good exposure. I would say that in days to come, if more hands-on could be there, that will be very useful for the participant. That is one area I have always been emphasizing. I think Mr. Sen and other people are there who have a deep knowledge, not only theoretical aspects they know so well, they are well conversant with the practical aspect of fire and safety management. So I think they will add on to the course content wherever there have been certain, gaps in those areas. So I'm fully hopeful that this course will continue to be meaningful. In fact, we have also been insisting on officers to undergo courses from time to time. In fact, lately we have been trying to integrate various courses with the promotional prospects of an officer, so that when they are doing their job, they are fully competent and qualified to take on these assignments, and they are able to give their best to the society. I hope with the improvement in the course content and making it more meaningful for the course participants, it will be very useful to them. And those practical things which they learn over a period of time. In fact, we would also like to have sometime the course participants on a live, fire, where the fire has taken place. We would like to, have a system whereby they could be on a emergency call. They could be called on some location where the fire has actually taken place. If we have some kind of circle or some kind of, WhatsApp group, whereby those people could be invited to see what kind of job of people undertake, because there is nothing more relevant than seeing the things hands-on. What are the challenges which our people face? I think if that could be done by the institute, that would be a first-hand experience to the participants sometime, because sometimes there are fires in the city during the course time. So we can invite them. We can invite 4, 5, 6, whatever available officer at that given time, and they can come and join us. They can see what practically happening. I think that would be the best thing which can happen to them. Having this kind of course is very, very meaningful. And my realization is there is a exponential scope for their meaningful employment in the private industry as well as in the government sector. There is a huge demand in the manufacturing of fire safety equipments also, where these people could be relevantly integrated if they have some technical knowledge on the subject. I believe that what I have learned over a period of time being the Director General of Fire Service is there is a huge potential in this area. However, when we talk to the people, various people, we find that there are not many competent people who can take on the job. I think that that gap is being filled up lately by Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management. And I am fully hopeful that they will further raise the bar of this course, so that the people who pass out from this institution, because ultimately, what is the relevance of the knowledge if they are not meaningfully engaged? I think that is what the course content is undergoing changes over a period of time. Apart from that, as Madam has rightly pointed out, there are many institutes and many buildings. There are different natures of buildings are there in Calcutta and places around Calcutta where they could be given better exposure. And some of the case studies could be there which are relevant to their course. And apart from that, how to have incident analysis. There are incidents which take place. Now, after the incident, we go into the investigation part of that this thing. So there are many learning experiences as far as after incident analysis is concerned. I would like that some of these incidents which do take place, and then we analyze those incidents. If some of the current incidents could be analyzed during the course with the help of our officer, that will be much more meaningful for the participants, and we would be happy to extend all kind of help, all kind of assistance to the institute to undertake these studies, so that when you pass out of the institute, when you have the diploma in your hand, your knowledge, your confidence level to interact with the industry and to make a meaningful contribution to the industry is much, much higher when you go, because when you go and talk to the people for your employment and, you know, engagement, you show your class when you interact with them. They know what is the level of your knowledge and how much you have learned. And entire whole thing depends on this thing, how you present yourself. So there are huge potential in government as well as private sector. There are good theory classes, and I wish that this course is success, and you have been able to organize this course during the COVID pandemic situation. That's a great achievement for the institute, and that will be a huge success, I believe. Thank you very much for having me today, and we are very happy. We would be extremely positive about the course, and we would be happy to do whatever is required from our side to make this course more meaningful, more relevant, and more industry friendly, and adding to the safety and overall well-being of the people of the city and the state. We would be ready to do anything. I assure the director, sir, Dipankar sir, and madam, and Susin is there. He is himself an authority on the subject. I have learned many things from him during my interaction with him. I wish all the course participants best of luck, and they are also welcome here at the fire headquarters. We would be welcoming them if you can bring your, you know, participants once in a while to some of our locations whereby practical things are happening, and for an interaction with the fire officer, director sir is there, myself is there, some other people. We would be happy to receive them, and we would be happy to give them insight into how we operate, what are the, you know, good qualities of firemen, and how they have to handle, you know, emergency situation. Emergency situations always demand that you have to think on spot. My experience with the fire service, and currently with the fire service, and earlier with the police service, has shown me, you know, the best firefighter or best police officers are those who think on spot and who can, you know, take decisions. So it is between the, you are choosing between the difficult options, but then you have to, that ability, if that ability could be created, that's why I have highlighted that they have to really come and see some of the actual fire incident where, you know, action is taking place, and how we take decisions on the spot, what we do, what are the priority area, how they have to decide what are the priority area, how they have to go, what is the first thing to be done in an emergency. So you have to prioritize, your mind has to work very fast, and they have to take decisions which are based on the given facts of the situation. There may be afterthoughts that this could have been better, or, you know, the kind of pressure which goes on when you weigh your options in an emergency situation. That's one thing which I would say that could be a very good achievement for the course content, if sometime they could be on a live fire, or some, you know, special situations which have sometime the building falls, all those kind of things happen in the city. So if they could be like Amphan was there, which was one opportunity for us to learn. We also learn on site. Our officers also learn on site. We also make mistakes, but we learn from our mistakes to carry on well and improve our services. মানুষকে কি করে আমরা ভালো পরিষেবা দিতে পারি, উত্তম মানের পরিষেবা দিতে পারি, এটাই আমাদের যা যে থাকে। এবং I wish everyone who is associated with the course the best of luck, and assure them all assistance from our side. I thank Dipankar sir, the director sir, and madam, for having given us opportunity to be online. Thank you so much and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your most erudite address and your wholehearted involvement for strengthening our course. Now may I request our Institute former Dean, Professor Dr. K. Agarwal, to kindly propose formal vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Sharvani Mitro. Respected Jagmohan ji, IPS Director General, West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services. Respected our Director, Professor Dipankar Dasgupta. Our faculty colleague, especially the Professor B.M. Sen, Professor Sekhar De, Professor Sapan Banerjee, Professor L.A. I am able to see this too, and other our institute faculty colleague, Professor Amalendu Banerjee, and dear student. It is really privilege and honor to have Jagmohan ji in our commencement course of the 13th batch. And sir, we are really can say the overwhelmed, the kind of innovative idea you have thrown to have the more institute and the West Bengal Fire and Emergency Service Department interactions. Although this particular course is getting the blessings of the West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services since inception, but since you have taken over, you have given the new dimension to the fire safety management, because we have seen as you were talking about the incidental analysis, although we have not gone in the detailed incidental analysis because of the lack of data, but I'm really personally very grateful to you, sir, that you have assured that we can get the access of the data, because we always, whenever some big fire incidents happen in the city, we advise our students visit the site, see how the things are being taken care during the fire, after the fire, post fire, how much time it takes, what is the damage. But actually the actual data, what is considered the official data, we always lack. So because as you have rightly mentioned, that in our course we have a lot of practical aspects, and the practical training is being given in your institute only, and once again we are thankful for that also. And once we do the incidental analysis, we can have the strategy for adopting the various proactive measures. So personally, sir, we are very thankful to you for giving this particular idea. We will definitely advise our group of students, and also we are really thankful for inviting our students to visit the headquarters. Although we are visiting the other, your installation in the Behala and the other cancers, but we could not take our student to your headquarters to have the introduction with you. So sir, we are really blessed and honored that you have extended this particular opportunity, and we will try to explore these opportunity to have the more the meaningful interaction to make our the candidate more effective and to get the very close to our goal for which this particular program was initiated nearly a decade back. So once again, sir, we are grateful and thankful to you for being with us this afternoon, and giving your very valuable the address, which has not only inspired the student but also the faculty member and the entire the institute to feel the highly satisfied that yes, this particular program has got social relevance, as Dr. Mitra was mentioning, and we need a lot of, we have to go a long way for the improving the fire safety measures, and which under your able guidance, we are definitely hopeful that we'll be able to do that. So once again, we are thankful to you, sir, for being with us this evening and blessing us with your kind presence. Thank you, sir. We are also grateful to our Honorable Director, sir, Professor Dipankar Dasgupta, who is always, taking the initiative and encouraging us to take the new initiative for integrating with the course. And you can see the outcome, as Dr. Mitra has mentioned, that even in spite of pandemic, we have got this time very good profile of the student. I must say the good profile of the student. This time the student profile is having the work experience more than can say the 10-year, 15-year. We have got the good number of, you can say, the senior officers from the Saraswati Press. So we have got the good number of senior officers and the young engineers from the Metro Rail. So I believe that speak about, you can say, the relevance of the course. And we are again thankful to our director, sir, for giving us all the kind of the support to take this particular program more height and achieve the social development objective of the not only the state but the entire country. Our main can say the objective is that how we can best, we can definitely not eliminate the fire incidents, but the impact of the fire incidents can be minimized. So once again, sir, thank you, sir. And also we are thankful for being this afternoon with us and encouraging all the time to take this particular program to the greater height. We are thankful to all our faculty members, especially the Professor Shekhar De, Professor Barin Mohan Sen, Professor Devopriya Biswas, Professor Amalendu Banerjee, Professor Sapan Banerjee, Professor Sushant Kumar Ale, Professor Sujay Banerjee, Professor Amal Bhattacharya, and Indranil Das, who's consider doing the very hard work to make this particular program more socially relevant, more practical oriented. So we are all thankful to all our faculty members, especially the guest faculty member who have served their entire life in the field of environment, health, safety, and with their practical experience, we are getting the this particular program molded towards more practical oriented. We are also thankful to Devopriya Biswas, who was the former additional director general of West Bengal Fire and Emergency Service, for his kind support since the inception of the course. We are also thankful to Managing Director, Saraswati Press, Mr. Subodh Majumdar, who has this I wanted to mention in presence of our Honorable DG Sir, that he has taken some new initiative. You'll be surprised, their fire safety officer got retired recently. So he has taken the initiative from all the 3 plants. He has nominated 2 officers, 1 senior officer, 1 next to senior officer, that they should, as you were mentioning, you see that everyone is learning, including yourself. So we are also learning. So we are very overwhelmed with the kind of approach Mr. Majumdar has adopted. He has nominated 6 persons who will be looking after, directly in charge of the fire and safety aspects of both the infrastructure as well as the training, then the mock drill. So he has nominated these 6 officers, and they will be undergoing this training. And then after completing this training, they will be looking after the fire safety management of all the 3 plants. Similar approach have been adopted by the Metro Rail Authority. The Metro Rail Authority, so we are thankful to Krishna Chandra Mitra, who is the senior officer in the Metro Rail. He has nominated the 10 officers, which, as we know that we feel that when the construction work is going on, the chances of fire incidents are very remote. But you must be remembering, during the construction period, the likelihood of the fire incidents is very, very high. So once again, we are thankful to Krishna Chandra Mitra, senior officer from Metro Rail, who has realized that their engineers must know the basics of the fire safety management. And I believe that once these group of engineers get trained from here, they will be making the change when they are at the site. So we are thankful to Mr. Krishna Chandra Mitra also. We are thankful to all our faculty colleagues, our respected registrar madam, our finance officer, administrative officer, for their support to make this particular program successful. Last but not the least, we are also thankful to all the, I'll say the student, but basically this time we have the very senior officials. So, but once you enroll in the institute, you become the student. So all the students of this particular batch, and this particular batch is again the more challenging batch in terms of that we have the more opportunity, I'll interpret it, because we have the no binding that our scheduled class will be held from this to this. We have no binding that anything we can learn at our own convenience. We can visit the facilities. as our Honorable Director General has already mentioned that we are welcome to any particular place, although you will be visiting as per our academic program, you'll be visiting the few, can say the high risk installation where the fire risk is high, but in spite of, beside that, you will be also, can say, getting the opportunity to visit the various, you can say, the West Bengal Fire and Emergency Services offices, how the fire license is being issued, what kind of the follow-up being done, what kind of the audit aspects are being taken. All these are the practical issues which will be giving you the much more insight beyond the classroom. So we thank all the students and congratulate for enrolling this particular program. I know some of you will be finding difficult to attend the classes because you are busy with your routine work. But what I advise that you should attend the classes regularly, because the kind of experience our senior faculty member like Professor B.M. Sen, Professor Devupri Biswas, Professor L.A., Professor Sekhar De, Professor Sapan Banerjee, Professor Amlindu Banerjee will be sharing, as Honorable Director General has already mentioned, that everyone is learning from the experienced persons. So I request all the students to be little bit serious in terms of attending the classes. But as already I mentioned, it's the online classes going to be for the next few months. We don't know that how long it will continue, but definitely the moment everything become clear, we will have our routine classes, offline classes, and then we'll proceed that. And we would like to express our special thanks to the head of department, Professor Dr. Sharmani Mitro, without whose, can say, the continual support and the commitment, this particular program would have not traveled this distance. So thank you, Dr. Mitro, for organizing this particular program so well. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are going to conclude our today's program. Dear students, your class will start from 19th September 2020 from 10:30 a.m. You will be getting web link from department before attending your class. You will be getting course curriculum, academic calendar, class routing in the due course of time over mail, though you are advised to collect other necessary documents from the department when we will be attending our institute physically. This